Good morning, folks. We are getting towards the end of October here, 26th, and we have some time to do some dirt work, which is really nice. I'm hoping we got a week where the weather's going to cooperate. I've got I've got multiple years worth of dirt work to do, whether that's fixing surface drainage that's kind of dammed itself up over the years, or fixing washouts. And right now we're kind of working on a couple of washouts that are close to the farm. Farm's up there, and Dad did a washout right there. You can see he had to go out a good 150 yards. We used to farm right around that corner, straight behind me, but we were having to run along it because it kind of gouged itself. Here's another one that we're trying to clean up. Again, we used to go right to that corner. So Dad started into this a couple days ago. I was gone to Saskatoon for a few days here. Oh, there's a good sized rock or two. Gotta see if I can pluck this guy out of here somehow. Hang on. I would have thought it'd tilt more. There we go. Come on, man. Oh, no. There, get down. Down, Bubba. Aren't you tilting? What's going on here? Up, down. Something. Oh, it's just because I'm brain dead and I'm going the wrong direction. There we go. Up, up, up. There we go. That way, come up a bit. Drag you to a good spot, because you're kind of just in the way. And I'll rip out with the front end loader and pick them up. Alright, we got her pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. It'll still drain. Hopefully slower. It's definitely farmable once I move all the dirt back into place. It's probably going to be a mix of dirt and clay over here, but yeah, that turned out a lot better than I expected, to be honest. So we're going to start windrowing stuff back, and then we'll try and smooth. Oftentimes what I do is I back blade. So yeah, this should work. Taking a look at it, everything's fairly smooth grade wise. It's a definite grade, there's no question about that. Unfortunately, I can't find any of my mounts. I got two suction mount camera holders. Might be able to use this guy. Not a very good angle on it. Yeah, here's one of the biggest downfalls of using this tractor. I would love to have something with a power shift or even better CVT, but from when I'm moving stuff and trying to be really finesse on grade, a lot of times I'm in low one, and then if I'm going to boot around the field, I'll go into medium, mid-range. But I have to actually stop the tractor to do that, so that causes a lot of time. Yeah, otherwise this tractor works really good for this. Enough horsepower, like this is 375 for what needs to be done here. think I better windrow that one over. It's just, I think Dad had this hooked on that one. Nope, not that one. That one. So I got my joystick controls now. Sorry, like I said, I don't have a mount, so this is kind of hard to do one-handed. Let's see if we can flick up a deadhead here. Ooh, overshot it. Right there. Right here. See if she wants to come or just wants to ride. Or chip the top off of it. Yeah, I'd say she's a real good deadhead. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Obviously there's some tracks and some little ridges, but maybe we'll hit that in the spring with the disc. There's going to be canola here next year, so we want to last later fields to get taken care of. Shouldn't have a problem going through that. Should also drain. Hopefully it doesn't wash out, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a lot better than it was. You see, hopefully still got some good grade on the whole thing. If anything, right here might be a little flat. I didn't have the auto grade like ditch assist out for this. We're not changing anything. Everything I'm doing is just improving water drainage, or I should say restoring water drainage and repairing dirt. So this one was repair. It gouged out. We didn't change the flow path or anything. It still goes out kind of right there, and it should kind of meander through here somehow. Really, you know, this thing started out as 8 or 10 feet, and then over the years it became 150. Not what I would call the highest of value targets, but I'm kind of easing myself into it. Let's see how this stuff packed up. There's a lot of fill here. It's a bit soft. That's a bit high. I said maybe we'll hit it with the disc and just kind of incorporate it. Still gonna come out here, work its way down there. Nothing's changing. If I had the right resources and time and money, this is rented land, but I would fill that gouge all the way back. There's a, I don't know what this was. Let's take a look. It's a bit of a kind of spongy stuff. I don't know what's in here. I see a big old rock right there. But I would probably try and use as much of this and push it over there and get as much of it. Like if I had a, there's a big rock or two right there too. If I had a good bulldozer, I'd fill and smooth this out, and then I would make the water drain right along the road. And actually it does. About a quarter mile up, it just runs right along. There's a little hump. After that hump is where it runs right there. And coming into here, it runs along the road. So it kind of does this, goes up by the tractor, kind of, ooh. That was a knee buster. Luckily I hit it square. Yeah, it goes 100 or so yards past the tractor, and then it just kind of meanders its way down. There's some lighter looking stuff over there. It actually curls back a little bit and then goes over. So now I'm out here. This is our northmost land, and it probably has the most drainage issues. It's also got the most contour. So naturally you're just going to follow the existing. So right here, you can see I got a hell of a washout. I would say at its worst is probably here, right up to my hip. Here, I'll turn this way. You probably can't really tell. Here. Looking straight across, you stay there. Stay there. There's no shortage of rocks out here. Come on, stay. Not quite up to my hip. I've got 34-inch inseam on my pants. So we're probably 36 inches or better. And if you can look, you can see there's not a lot of topsoil around here. 4 to 6 inches. It's been washed around here. It can come through here like a torrent. But it only flows for like a day. So my plan, I got another one where the tractor is. I just wanted to know how I should strip it, so I came out here and walked. You can also see there's lots of rocks from the water washing into it, and it's filtered out the dirt. Now luckily, we don't lose the dirt. It just ends up over there. So my plan is going to be to strip this back 2 or 3 widths on each side, like 25 feet out, if not more. And then I'm going to move the clay to fill it, and then I'm going to do a path the width of the blade, so 16 feet, or probably a width and a half, on grade the whole way to balance things out. Material balance wise, because I'm gonna take, a foot off the top each way and bring it back to center to fill this. That's actually probably the worst spot there. So I'm trying to fill 4 by 6 like a triangle. I'll just have to move a lot from over here to over there. But first step is stripping. I'm probably not going to get done stripping tonight. 20 years ago, when Dad first started farming this, we went right through here. So a big part of the problem is actually not so much here as it is over there, but that's a different story. This guy shouldn't take a whole lot. It might only be 16 inches at its worst, but you can kind of see how this whole area is a big bowl, and it comes into here, and it just got to the point where it started eroding. So we're gonna tackle this, we're gonna play with it, make it look pretty, and hopefully we can farm through it. I didn't bring the ditch assist with me. I'll bring it out tomorrow. It's supposed to be a really nice day tomorrow, fairly calm. So Dad hopefully will bring up the disc. I do see some people burning way down south, like 25 miles from here. But we're gonna do it on a calmer day. It's supposed to be dry, but calm. One of the big problems is trying to burn cattails. They either burn like gasoline or they burn like a wet sponge. A lot of these, if we can just burn them and then I can go in and survey, it's a lot easier to deal with. And then we're not burying up cattails to get all caught up in the openers on the drill. So I also remembered where one of my mounts is. Otherwise I'd be doing a lot better job of this, the filming part. it's in the sprayer. Problem is, they picked up the sprayer yesterday for its inspection, so it's up in Windthorst. So hopefully tonight I can find my other suction cup mount or another way to mount my phone. I do have a couple of options. I have a clamp style too. I really like the suction one. You just slap it somewhere and go. Well, we're touching clay in a lot of places. There's a lot more dirt than, like black dirt, than there looked. We're kind of on the verge there of black, or you can kind of see where the boundary is here. A couple more passes through here, we'll get. Oh yeah. You know, there's not a whole lot. Like that's clay. Obviously, it's not going to be perfectly symmetrical everywhere. But, yeah, you can feel it tacky to the boots as well. I do have, well, not much there, but I've stretched it far on both sides. It definitely would. One of the big things is I want to take the turn out of it. I kind of want to make it a straight shot from about there to where that bush of canola is. And, you know, we'll just fill it back and then we'll grade it accordingly later. But I think I'm going to peel a little more off. It's got to be getting close to supper time. 4:40. Yeah, I'll probably do another hour or so of work. Shut her down. Right. 3 fingers at arm's length. 45 minutes of good light. I'm thinking this is a pretty good spot for my base station. I will likely move it when I go down there, but I want to see how much work I got to do to get those two to come here. So I had pretty good timing. I just pulled up here and we got RTK. So trying to remember how to do all this. Okay. So aside from where I'm sitting right at the end, where there's a couple of bumps, it's all green. You can see there's one spot where it's a little bit high, but there's little humps of dirt up here where I finished off. So it's saying I'm good. So I'm gonna backfill the dirt and then I'm gonna do another survey just to make sure. Well, we got it backfilled and surveyed. That's a perfect grade. It's a little bit more aggressive than I'd like it to be, but you kind of just got to go with what you got, because to do anything else would just be a disaster. I shouldn't say a disaster, well, financial disaster. Looking ahead, pretty happy with it. So I think I'm going to go over to where Dad is, way over there. Hopefully that burned down. That one's just got to go to the highway. It used to drain that way all the time. I can't imagine it's very much cut and fill required on it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It takes more time stripping half the time than it does to do anything else. I'm hoping I can leave the base station there. Actually, no, I'm gonna grab it. There's another one over there that we might need to, well, we do need to address. So, grab my base station. I'm just gonna run a survey. This guy, sometimes we, right here, you can see his fireweed. Sometimes we get to farm it. This guy we don't. But it is bone dry right now. I'm just going to shoot the survey across it to see what the elevation difference is of this hump. It might not be as bad as it looks. might be worse. Because I'm looking and it's actually uphill to go out that way. Tile would be the answer. But we're just gonna get over this hill. That's a lot of dirt to move, I think. We'll see what the elevation change is and whether or not we're going to attack it this year. It would be really nice just to ram a chunk of tile from the middle of that guy, or two, over into there. Some of that is farmable. It's really, really rocky though. We'll go to here. Stop, slope IQ, minimum gradient, 0.05, whoopsie, 0.5, propose, yeah, it's a 4-foot hump. That's the first slough, and it's only 8 inches, I'm guessing. I think I can stretch it out and get, yeah, I'd call that 8 inches. But to get from going here to there, I'm gonna have to take a good 2 feet of that and drag it in here. We'll see how things go, but I kind of think we'll wait on that one.